My parents said he's our retirement plan when I reported my CEO brother. The HR director leaned back in her chair and studied me across the desk with an expression I couldn't quite read. You understand this is a serious allegation, right? Sexual harassment against the CEO is not something we take lightly. I nodded, my hands twisted together in my lap so tightly my knuckles had gone white. I understand, but it happened multiple times. My brother Damien cornered me in the supply closet last month and again in the parking garage last week. He keeps saying things about my body, touching my shoulders when no one's looking, texting me late at night about how we should spend more quality time together. She wrote something on her notepad without looking up. And you're certain you want to proceed with this complaint? You understand that making false accusations could result in your termination. I felt my face get hot. I'm not making it up. I have the text messages. I can show you right now. She held up one hand. That won't be necessary at this moment. I'll need to discuss this with the executive board before we proceed. In the meantime, I'd advise you to keep this conversation confidential. Don't discuss it with other employees. I left her office feeling sick to my stomach, but also relieved that I'd finally said something after months of enduring Damien's behavior. That evening, my phone rang just as I was making dinner. Mom's number. I almost didn't answer because I knew exactly what was coming, but I picked up anyway. My mother's voice came through sharp and accusatory before I could even say hello. What did you do? What are you talking about? I asked, even though I knew. Damien called us. He's very upset. He said you went to HR with some ridiculous story about him harassing you. Her voice dripped with disbelief. How could you do this to your own brother? I took a deep breath and tried to keep my voice steady. It's not a ridiculous story, Mom. It's the truth. He's been harassing me for months. The texts, the comments about my appearance, cornering me when I'm alone. It's not okay just because he's my brother. She made a sound that was half laugh, half scoff. Oh, please. Damien would never do something like that. He's the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. He has beautiful women throwing themselves at him constantly. Why would he bother harassing his little sister? Because he can, I said, feeling tears starting to burn behind my eyes. Because he knows I work for him, and he thinks that gives him power over me. Mom, he grabbed my waist last week and whispered something disgusting in my ear when we were alone in the elevator. I felt her energy shift through the phone, and when she spoke again, her voice had gone cold and calculating. Listen to me very carefully. Your father and I have worked our entire lives with very little to show for it. We raised you and Damien in a tiny apartment, worked multiple jobs, sacrificed everything so you could both have opportunities we never had. Damien took those opportunities and built something extraordinary. Do you understand what that means for us? I don't care what it means for you, I said, my voice rising. He's sexually harassing me at work. That's illegal. Your father and I are depending on Damien, she continued as if I hadn't spoken. He bought us our house. He pays for our health insurance. He's promised to support us when we retire in 3 years. He's our retirement plan. You are not going to destroy that because you're too sensitive to handle some brotherly teasing. This isn't teasing, I practically shouted. This is harassment. It's wrong and it's illegal, and I'm not going to just accept it because you need his money. There was a long silence on the other end of the line. Then my father's voice came through. He must have taken the phone from my mother. His tone was even more threatening than hers had been. You need to think very carefully about what you're doing here. If you pursue this complaint and it damages Damien's reputation or his position at the company, you will be cut off from this family completely. Do you understand me? Full story on my channel and linked below.